No, Coach, listen to the coach's show, but what was the weekend like for you guys, and what kind of work were you able to get in, non-game related, obviously?
Yeah, it was rather boring. Um, Not very fun. Guys would much rather be playing. At the same time, I think it allowed them to get some stuff done as far as school goes and make sure everybody's taking care of their business there the best they can. And let's see, we had practice Friday, Sunday, Tuesday, and today. And so, we've had some guys see some live pitching, obviously all of them, and had some inter squads in there.
Also heard on the coach's show that Kurt was hitting off of a tee. I guess an update on his availability in that I guess certain situation to go along with
Yeah.
him out of the.
Yeah, I don't know that we know the answer to that right now, David. He hasn't seen a ball moving yet. And so with that being said, he's a ways away. Um, the thumb he's still trying to get some flexibility in the thumb, even though he could probably do it now. And he's a guy that's going to want to do it sooner than later.
What's the difference between playing Oklahoma this past week up in Amarillo as opposed to going to their place this weekend? I mean, I know it's still the same two teams, but obviously the pitching is probably a little bit different in those situations.
Yeah, I mean, their weekend guys are definitely they're weekend guys for a reason. It's in their home ballpark. They're not traveling. We are. Um, it's a Big 12 weekend on the road, not a midweek game, hour and a half up the road, where the other team's traveling 3.5, 4 hours. And so there's quite a bit that lined up in our favor. Playing in Amarillo, we appreciate them meeting us over there. Allowed everybody to have, allowed Amarillo to see a really good college baseball game. And but and then also the time that's elapsed since then. They've been playing and we haven't, so it's definitely a challenge for our guys.
As far as Oklahoma, what have they done better or different the last few weeks? I mean, they had some struggles there on the weekends in a non-conference series, and obviously a couple of those Big 12 teams are tough to play against regardless. But these past 2 weekends, I guess they have a couple of series wins. How have they performed differently in your eyes?
Yeah, I don't know that I'm really evaluating their series and what they're doing right or wrong. We're probably more looking at our guys, what we need to be doing to play at the highest level we can. And they've just come out on the right side of it. I mean, obviously, if you just look at simple baseball fundamentals, they must have played good baseball.
Ryan, have you got anything?
Yeah, I'll have a couple quick ones, Coach. I was curious. You kind of touched on it there. I know Oklahoma's been playing, so that could be a disadvantage. But what kind of kind of advantage can it be? Can it be an advantage at all? That I'm sure you focused on other things, getting yourself better. But the last team you prepared for was Oklahoma, and now you're getting to face them again. Does that help at all? That it's the same team 2 times in a row?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt anything. Obviously, saved our staff a little time as far as watching stuff and doing what you do to kind of cover your bases before a game. And so I would say that's probably the biggest advantage. I mean, just save yourself a little bit of time. I don't think there's much more to it than that.
And lastly, with you mentioned like the guys got the time to focus on finals and just study and whatnot. How can this be kind of a turn towards the postseason with 2 Big 12 series left? School's now ending, and then the postseason is going to be starting here in less than 2 weeks. Is this kind of a launching point for that?
I think only time will tell on that. I mean, I think right now you're coming off a 9 or 10 day layoff, and really what you're trying to do is get back in the flow of things. We do like that we're playing this weekend, and then we get to turn around and play Kansas next weekend. That's a first for us. as far as 2 Big 12 series after finals, and then go into the Big 12 tournament as far as that goes. And so I think each day you're evolving, and I think the more times we get to play, definitely it'll help you, kind of try to put the right pieces together.
All right, thanks, Coach.
You bet. Appreciate it.
Coach, you go in the same rotation, Patrick, Micah, and Mason?
Yes, sir. Yep.
I guess to go off of what Ryan said there at the end, I mean, what's the benefit of that? You mentioned it. I mean, all these years past, there's only been one conference series after finals. I mean, what is the benefit of getting? I mean, it's just more work, more focus on those last 2 series and getting right before the postseason.
I don't. Again, I think we're gonna all look back on it and try to figure out what the benefit is. Right now, it's about trying to get a little bit better each day, and possibly get some bullpen arms, get some starters, gets everybody more appearances, more at bats coming off a layoff. Can't hurt anything.
I think that's good for me. Unless you just want to, I guess on the Oklahoma lineup, I guess a couple of guys in that lineup. I mean, I know we mentioned, you got your week or your midweek guys going against them. Can you learn anything about those bats, or what impresses you about those Oklahoma bats going into this weekend?
I mean, their lineup top to bottom is really solid. I mean, there's a number of guys in there that can put good at bats together. Jimmy Crooks is near the top of the league in hitting. Hardman, I think, is leading the league in hitting. And you go around the horn, the Peyton Graham did not play when we were in Amarillo. He just got hit by a pitch. He's our leadoff hitter, really good player. McKennan's a really good player. You kind of just keep going on and on. Bohofren, can't say it right, but he's a guy swung the bat really good against us in Amarillo. And so, it's just one of those deals. I mean, it's not 2 weeks ago. It'll be Friday, and you just got to go earn the right to win and try to do everything you can, put yourself in position to play good baseball.